Hey everyone, it's Angel again. Welcome back to my messy desk here. I recently purchased this Stillman and Byrne Delta Series Premium Sketchbook. I've only ever had one Stillman and Byrne sketchbook in the past, and I believe it was the Beta series. I think it was I don't know if it was mixed media paper or watercolor paper, but I liked it a lot. This one is a hardcover, which was really, what sold me on it. But it also is ivory paper, which is going to be, I don't know, I don't think I've ever bought paper that wasn't stark white before for a sketchbook. So if I can just show you, here's a watercolor postcard. I don't know if the color is showing up here, but it's not, super tinted, or it's not like a dark ivory. It's a nice warm ivory. And so I don't know anything about these kinds of sketchbooks, like how they should be or even how I like them, but I'll just let you know right away what the dimensions are. So it's 8 1/4 by 11 3/4, or if you do, centimeters, that's obviously 21 centimeters by 29.7. It's got 26 sheets, 52 pages. As I said, it's ivory, extra heavy weight. I don't know what 270 GSM is. I'll have to look up what that is, but I'm pretty sure it's good paper because Stillman and Byrne, I've been really kind of interested in them lately, especially since I know that these sketchbooks are made right here in the US, in I believe in upstate New York. So bound in the United States, and that's awesome. And I'm gonna hold on to this because it tells me exactly what the different alpha, delta, beta, epsilon, because I don't even know. Most people, they already know this stuff. But anyway, let's get into the breaking it in. I've never broken in a sketchbook before, and I figured since I've never done that before, I can do that with you guys. So I watched a bunch of YouTube videos about how to break in a sketchbook, because like I said, I've never done it before. I've never really felt the need to break in a sketchbook, but I'm still kind of new to the whole sketchbook thing anyway. So I made a list, and one of the first things I wrote down was that I wanted to put a coffee stain in here somewhere, and so I'm going to go to, I guess, the third page, and I've got some leftover coffee from, I feel weird doing this, but I've got some leftover coffee from this morning, and I think I want to just make like a little stain right there. So I'm going to, I don't know, should I wait for that to dry while I do that? Well, let me look at what's second on my list. So I wrote that I wanted to decorate the cover, which is weird. I feel like I want to do that last. And then the next thing I wanted to do was get some acrylic paint with some strings. I saw this on Jerry's Artorama. So while that's kind of drying, I'll just tell you what I'm going to do next. And I'm going to, so I picked out these 3 paints. I think this one might be too dried out, but this is Dandelion Craft Smart. This is one of my favorite acrylic yellows. Cobalt Neon, and I don't know what brand this is. I got this at Target. Oh, it says it's made in the USA, handmade, modern. Yeah, made in the USA, awesome. And then, this is also made in the USA. Fabrique aux États-Unis, so good. And then the Tim Holtz Distress Paint in Wilted Violet. It's totally dried up. I need to use it up soon and get rid of it. This is also made in the USA, so yeah. And so what I'm going to do is dip all of these different colored string, and I've got one ribbon that I've never used, and make some kind of weird blob, acrylic paint blob with that. So let me get this dry. You can really barely see that, but I actually like that I did that, and it's not dry, but it's dry enough. So I'm going to pick another page. I'm just going to pick this page, I guess, and then I'm going to, let me clip that down. So, oh, I should have cut the strings. So I'm just going to take some random string. And so this one I got at, I think I got this in the dollar spot at Target a long time ago. And then I've got some dollar store baker's twine. And then this ribbon I got at Michael's that I don't even think I've ever used it. Like, yeah, I haven't, because the plastic is still on. Okay, I finally got that ribbon out of its plastic seal. Oh, my scissors have been so abused. I need new scissors, you guys, but I'm not trying to buy things that I already have, you know. Maybe I should try to sharpen that. Okay, so so I've got all these fibers all over. Okay, so I guess for this black one, I will use this this purple. So I forgot how they did it on the original video that I saw somebody doing this with, but I'm just going to, I know I'm doing something so bad, right? I'm putting string in some paint, but so I just want to get some color on my string, right? And not all of my string is has got purple on it, but so we got some purple, and I'm going to close it and then kind of pull it in a weird direction out, and then we'll see what I'll see what kind of marks I made. Ooh, that looks pretty cool. That could look like a hibiscus almost, right? With the you know, like with the little, you know, the thing that sticks out. Is that the stamen? I think that's what it's called. Anyway, yeah, that looks cool. I'm glad I did that. So I kind of want to leave it as is, and then I'm going to go, I guess, on the next page, and I'm going to do the blue and the yellow. So I've got the neon cobalt and this baker's twine, right? So we'll do the same thing. Oops. Gonna do the same thing. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll just put it in the cap like that and kind of swirl it around, just to get some good amount of paint on it. And I'm just going to kind of lay it down as it does, and leave it like that. And but before I close the page on it, I want to do the same thing to with the yellow. I gotta move quickly because I live in a dry climate, and this air in my room is really, really dry. So my acrylic paint dries really quickly. So, okay, ooh, that's almost too much yellow, but so what? It's gonna look cool. So I've got this yellow, and I'm going to close it up, get my caps on. I'm learning the hard way that not putting the caps on all of my bottles are ruining, you know, all my glue. And see, I've already got paint on the cover, and I'm kind of happy about that. I like when I have a sketchbook and, you know, stuff drips on it. And oh wait, I forgot to, I was supposed to pull the string out, but I didn't leave enough sticking out. Okay. Ugh, okay, so I'm going to pull out the string and pull out the ribbon. I feel like I want the ribbon to go up. Pull it from up here. And let's see what we got. Ooh, okay. That's cool. That could be a flower or, you know, something that see, I'm seeing flowers in everything right now. You know, we had such a pretty spring. Okay, so I want to, since that's not dry, I think what I want to do is kind of wipe it. And so I'm using the same rag that I just wiped the coffee with. So for this, I want to sort of just pull the color down with my fingers. I feel like doing, these look like, to me this looks like a tube, like a little yellow tube flower. It's probably what it's gonna end up being. It could also be like a hummingbird to me. You know, I'm sure you guys can see, you know, different things in shapes, but I seem to be seeing birds and flowers and everything. Okay, so moving on. So we did the string. The number 4 thing on my list was make watercolor blobs. And I picked out some paints that are kind of new. I mean, they're not new, but I haven't really used, I don't think I've used them yet. I bought them to use, and then I ended up not. So that one was a Daniel Smith Lunar Blue, and this is quinacridone gold core. It's PO48 and PY150. It's not the you know, PO49. That doesn't exist anymore. This is what this is. I think this is phthalo blue and then just like black. So it's PBK 11 and PB15. Yeah. So yeah, I'm still learning about pigments. But and then this is Daniel Smith Sap Green, which is a beautiful sap green. So it's got some of this PO48 and nickel azo yellow, PY150, and oh, phthalo green, PG7. Okay, bunch of different shape and size brushes. This is a 3/4 inch oval mop brush, which I don't use that much, but it's really nice. And then these two Royal Majestic brushes. This is a 1/2 inch flat, and then a 10, not a 1/2 inch, right? Yeah, a 1/2 inch flat, and then this is a number 10 round. So I'm only letting you know just in case you're, you know, curious about what brushes I'm using. These are just brushes that came in a beginner's watercolor set a long time ago, years ago. So I'm just gonna make these random blobs, and this is a really vibrant quinacridone gold, right? So vibrant. Look how it is in its you know, highly pigmented form, and then when you water it out, it's so pretty, right? I should change water now that I'm gonna go into the green, but I wanted to change brushes though too. I want to change brushes. We'll use a round brush to do the green, and then I'm just gonna, I guess, put And then I'm just gonna mop up some of the extra. I'm gonna leave this like that. I don't know if you can see the pigmentation, you know, not the pigmentation, the granulation. It's cool, right? So that's like a mix of black and blue. It's pretty cool. I'm glad I got that color. I can't believe I haven't used it yet, you guys. See, this is what I mean when I'm like, I want to use up what I have, because I have some good stuff. My gosh. So, okay, so I think, well, I have more colors. I definitely wanted to do a color wheel, but I think I can do that on another page. Let's get more of that in here. Feeling like I want a deep blue, and I don't even know what for, but I feel like a nice dark blue would look so nice with this pretty. This is like a chameleon yellow. It's almost brown, you know. And let me just add some more green. I feel like I've got this big blob here, and then even though it doesn't look like anything, I feel like the color looks not balanced, you know. So I'm just gonna add some more green down here. Kind of inspire me in some way to draw something in, you know, some of these blobs. So yeah, so I'm glad I did number 9 on my list, which I'm totally going out of order now, but it just feels right to do since I've got the watercolors out. But I definitely want to make a color wheel, and when I made my list, I didn't specify whether or not I wanted to do my color wheel in you know, acrylic or what, but I'm pretty sure I can always assume that I wanted to do it with watercolor. So I got my I got out some paint. That's quinacridone rose, Daniel Smith. This one is a Daniel Smith Hansa Yellow. I don't know if it's Hansa Yellow Light or what, but I'm just gonna get down the color, and then I think what I want to do is just wet the paper and then let it mix on the paper, I guess. So got this side will be the quinacridone rose, and then this side where it's wet will be the Hansa Yellow Light, and then we'll kind of mix the two, right? I may be using way too much water because now I'm having difficult time mixing, but still looking pretty though, right? It's still looking like pretty color wheel, right? So that looks pretty good, I think. Let me add a little bit of yellow here and then kind of push it up. So I just want the these two colors to kind of mix and show what kind of pretty orange we can get out of this yellow and red, right? Ooh, that looks good. So and I'm really bad at color wheels, you guys. I'm really not, you know, the best at that kind of thing. I mean, what I mean to say is my color wheels always end up looking kind of, I don't know, not very nice. So I guess we've got sort of a triangle theme kind of going. So I'm going to add this beautiful phthalo blue, which I love to look at, but I have such a difficult time painting with it. This is the core one. I have a really difficult time painting with colors that sort of overpower, you know, like strong colors, and I love strong colors. So, okay, I'm going to, I think I want to do it differently this time. I'm going to get the wet color down first and then kind of bring them together. I think that's what I should do. So, okay, I have a lot of water here. I have one, like I have two sources of water here. So I've got one for cleaning my brush and then one for you know, for grabbing clean water. So I clean my brush and then I wipe it off and then grab some more clean water. It took me a long time to figure out that that was going to keep my paintings from looking muddy, you know? So I feel like that looks pretty, right? I don't feel like I had enough of the blue, you know, of a blue or purple, so I'm going to add a little bit more. Oops. I'm going to add a little bit more. I may be making a huge mistake, but it doesn't feel like it. Yeah, see, I wanted that to be a nice dark bluish purple. Just to show like what kind of purples we can get from mixing those two. So yeah, I love doing that. Why do I not do color wheels more often? It's just because I feel like they end up looking not as pretty as I would like, right? So I already know right now that this is going to end up being a nice, bright, vibrant green. The using this phthalo blue and this beautiful Daniel Smith yellow, right? So now I'm going to, so I got the color down. I got to move quickly because things dry pretty fast here, and I want to add I need to mop up some of this water, but I want to get a nice blue and I mean a nice green. I want to get a nice green, right? And then kind of mix it like that. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. I know I'm probably not following, you know, the rules of how you're supposed to do it, but who cares? I made myself happy. So I think what I should do, and I'm going to do that off camera so you don't have to sit here and stare at me, you know, so you don't have to be, you know, watching me write. I'm just going to write down the colors that I used and the date, and then I'll... Okay, so I don't even know what time I started doing this, but it's been a couple hours, and my pretty color wheel is dry now. I did some, you know, some splashes, and I feel good about my little color wheel. I labeled it, you know, and then so now I think what I want to do, because I wrote a list, you guys. I wrote this list of all the stuff I wanted to do, and I guess I was doing it out of order. But that's okay. So I did the watercolor blobs, I did the color wheel, and then number 5 was power pastel swatches. So I guess I wanted to swatch every single one of my power pastels since I don't use them, you know, because they're just basically crayons, and I don't know, I don't feel like I'm very good with you know, even when I was a little kid, I was never really that great with crayons. I mean, I think I had a messy, I mean, still to this day, I have a messy hand, but, you know, whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch every single one of these. Really cool. And I'm gonna try to do like a contour drawing portrait. I don't know of what yet, but I'm not gonna be able to see it anyway, and it's not even gonna matter. It's just gonna be cool because it's gonna be like contour. I'm into contour drawings lately, which I never would have thought to do before. I think I want to start like with a nose, I guess. Maybe I should stop talking. Oh wait, that's not a contour because I lifted up my... So now I have to, I guess I gotta get some watercolor, which I will do. So I'm gonna get some watercolor. I've got some left over from a long time ago. Oh, where's my brush? My mop brush that I was using earlier. So I'm going to, and I didn't do any eyes. I don't even, hopefully, I don't know if this is gonna come out, but it might. Since I used this clear blender just to see what it would look like. I wanted to draw somebody wearing glasses. So that looks kind of cool. Yeah, this is fun. I have never done this before. Filming for a second because of course you guys know what happened. My dog started to bark, but I feel like I'm done doing this part of the breaking in, which is, I was gonna skip it, but I'm glad I didn't, because now I've got swatches of all my Jane Davenport Power Pastels. I should write that down, right? So yeah, and of course my my little contour resist drawing didn't end up looking like, you know, her beautiful curls. Oh, I so envy the freedom that she makes lines with, you know. Oh, I wish I could flow like that. But I'm happy to flow at all, right? Okay, so okay, let me stay on task because I tend to get off task, I get off topic. Okay, so I did the swatches. I'm gonna have to check everything off. So, oops, wait, no, cover. We did the string. We did the blobs. We did the swatches. We did the color wheel. Oh, okay. So, number 6, I'm supposed to give it a name. And I already gave this sketchbook a name. It's the Quarantine Chronicles. I don't know if I'm gonna put that there. I feel like I want to, yes. And this will kind of coincide it with, not coincide it, so this will be like a multitask step of giving my my new art journal a name, and kind of I don't know, is that weird? Is that too like right, let's stay home. Because I mean, that is kind of what's going on. I kind of wanted this to be something that I sketched on, but this is looking just as nice. And I can always change it later, you know. If I hate it, I can paint over it. I might not use this let's stay at home, but for now, I think I'm gonna go ahead and glue this on. And I'm going to use, you know, this Quarantine Chronicles, and I should write it down, like, during this whole situation, I have learned that, gosh, all the huffing and puffing that just went on to open this matte gel medium. So this is my new matte gel medium, you guys. Regular gel matte. Heavy body. I probably would have liked something a little bit smoother, not so heavy bodied, but I still think it's great. I mean, it does smooth out nicely, and I've used it a few times already. I used to think that using a gel medium as just as a glue was like, you know, so wasteful and something you shouldn't do. I think I should have used a bigger brush, but oh well. Anyway, my point is that part of this whole situation I think that we're in, and it goes along with how I called this sketchbook the COVID Chronicles, and I mean, I can only imagine how many quarantine chronicles are being, you know, made right now. You know, people recording their drawings and their thoughts and writing in their journals during this time, right? So, okay, anyway, yeah, what I was trying to say is that something that I really want to remember and remind myself is that the stuff that I buy that I'm actually spending money on, if it's really, you know, worth it to me, and I'm talking about my art supplies, then if it was worth it for me to buy and spend all, you know, spend what I spent on it, then I need to use it. I need to start using it, using what I have. I get to where, you know, something becomes so precious that I don't use it, you know, as much as I should or the way that I should. Like this, you know, gel medium, I'm using it as a glue, and now I'm understanding why using it as a glue is so wonderful, because it's medium that it, you know, I can work over it. It's workable, you know. And it took my gel medium from last time drying up to make me realize that. That I should have used it as a glue. So, okay, so I've got that glued down. I do think it would be cute to put that there, but it just doesn't fit. It doesn't fit for me right now. So, and I don't even care, like, I don't care that there's paint already on it and it's like gotten dirty, you know, with glue and stuff. I actually love that about a junk journal, or I mean about an art journal. So okay, so I named it, and then I kind of did a little bit of the cover. I found this little decal thing that I got at a thrift store, and I think I want to go ahead and you know, fix it on to there. So for these things, I guess I have to, I think I have to hold them underwater for a few seconds and like sort of wait for it to kind of separate from that paper thing that it's adhered to. Yeah, I know I'm using really nice scientific directions, right? Oops. To get this little pretty little flower off of the paper it was on, and hopefully it will stick. Hopefully that will look really cute. Ooh, that's so pretty. Gosh, it needs one of these things, huh? Like one of my pressed flowers, but I don't think even if I glued it or taped it, it wouldn't stay. I think that's good for now. I did want to put this little bird somewhere, but I can do that another time. I feel like I want a crow, you know, here, because there's a lot of crows where I live, or ravens, I should say. I think they're ravens, not crows, actually, and I recently learned the difference between the two. So, yeah. Okay, so, I gave it a name. So, and then number 7 on my list was, a list of goals. And so I think I'm going to use this library card little situation here that I bought. I think I bought this at Tuesday morning some time ago. But I like to put library cards on the back, you know, where you would find them if, you know, if you really had checked out a book at the library. You know, I loved library cards and getting books at the library. So I know it's all digital now and like scanned now when you go, but it's still cool to find a card. So I think I'm going to use this as my list of goals, and I'll just go ahead and okay, so I just went ahead and used my gel medium as the glue for this, and normally I would be kind of weird about having the corners and like the ends. I would want them glued, you know, all the way fresh, but I kind of like that, you know, for a library card kind of situation. It kind of, I don't know, it kind of sticks out a little bit because it feels authentic to me. I know that sounds weird, but it's the truth. So I'm going to go ahead and write the date and all that stuff, and I'm going to do that off camera because I feel like, well, no, I'm going to do it on camera. So I'm going to go ahead and write the date. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and write the date. It is May 7. May 7, 2020, y'all. Yeah, and I know my handwriting's awful, but it's just my handwriting. Okay, so there's the date, and I guess on the back, should I put the goals on the back, or should I just put, no, maybe I should write goals on this, you know, on the front, because I can always paint over it if I don't like my handwriting. That's why I stopped caring about my handwriting, you guys, because I always thought, ugh, my handwriting was awful, and it kind of is, but I feel like Gina at the Rebookery channel, she kind of, I don't know, she was talking one day on one of her videos about, you know, letting go of having messy handwriting and just have messy handwriting, and it helped me a lot. So, so yeah, so that's messy, but I don't care. I mean, I do care. Obviously, I wish I had better penmanship, but I don't, so I have what I have. So let me look at my list, my list of goals, and then number 8, I said inventory. Like, inventory? Like, was I supposed to list everything that I own in here? Or maybe a list of inventory, maybe I'll do that on here, of supplies that I want to work more with. Let's do like, so for inventory, then I'll make it, you know, this is my list of supplies that I want to work more with in this journal. So, oops. So I think just those two are good for now. My goals. Okay, so I've got that. So that gets me to number 8. I had number 10, list of supplies to dream about. Oh, I only have one that I want right now, and that's this Sennelier oil pastels. But okay, and then stamps, did I skip that? So I wanted to put stamps on the front page, like here, just on the inside, and then I think that would have been it. Write my name and like my contact info, which is probably what I should have done first, which is what I had planned to do first, but I did not. So let me get my some ink. I guess I'm gonna use black. Okay, so for my first, like just the very first page on the inside of the cover, it seems to be, for me at least, a page that I avoid, and I don't know why. I feel like, I don't know, maybe because I need to give it respect or something because it's the cover, but I don't know, it's my cover, right? My sketchbook, right? So I'll put that stamp. That'll be nice. And I'll just write my name, you know, when I end this video, write my name and my contact info there. And then I wanted to, I wanted a fern, and oh, and so here's that crow I should put on the front, right? Ooh, that would look so cool right there, right? Quarantine Chronicles with a crow right here. Yeah, I'm doing it. So, or I might sketch a crow there. I'm not sure, you guys. But see, actually, maybe breaking in this sketchbook has been a good thing because it's filled me with ideas for this sketchbook, you know? When normally I sort of just, you know, start drawing or painting in a sketchbook right away. I don't break it in, you know. But I thought, since I was taking a little break from making masks, I've only made about 50 masks, you guys, so far, for my friends and my family. But I've got fabric on the way, and I figured since I was taking a break anyway from it, you know, from the whole thing, because I ran out of material and stuff, I bought this because I was looking for a new sketchbook, and I wanted a Stillman and Burn one. Oh, let me try it again. Let me see if I can. Did I? No. It's too late. It's okay. It's alright, though. It's because this paper is, not very good. Should I go on a different page? So I never had to break in, or I never decided to break in an art journal before. I've always just sort of, you know, if I had them, I would just get it and then start, you know, doing watercolor in it right away, or doing, you know, like a drawing right away. I never really knew that you are kind of supposed to be intimidated by a blank journal. I get excited about blank journals because I see all the possibilities, you know. But ever since I saw, I think it was a Jerry's Artorama video about how to break in a sketch, when I first heard that that was kind of supposed to happen, and now it's like sometimes I do actually get a little bit weirded out about starting a new journal. I mean, this has been sitting in here for about a week now, but it was really just because I wanted to, you know, break it in for the first time, you know, with you guys. So I really love my journal. I went over all my list of 10, well, except for one. I didn't make a list of supplies to dream about, but I basically came up with my own little recipe for breaking in a journal, and I will, you know, write them all down in the description below in case you know, want to do something similar. But yeah, if you do, let me know, because I really had a lot of fun with this, and I look forward to working in my new journal. So thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. It is time for me to have a little bit of dessert. Look at this. I kind of wanted to paint it first, or, you know, draw it first, but I don't have the patience. I'm really like, I'm really in a rush to eat this. It's so good. This is a, like some kind of raspberry crumble cookie that my husband and I found at Costco the last time we were there, and some whipped cream. So I'm gonna do that. Hope you guys had fun hanging out with me while I did this. Let me know what you think, and if there's anything you'd like to see on this channel. Don't forget to give me a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys again in the very next video. Bye, you guys.